Terra Luna Classic prices, and yes, Terra Luna Classic volume has been subdued over the last couple of days, but we've got some more proposals. Guys, we are never short of proposals when it comes to Terra Luna Classic. The governance is king in this cryptocurrency, and that's really a good thing. I mean, if we think about it, we are rebuilding a blockchain from the ground up. We need to be testing and looking at different ideas and going down different avenues that we actually are just experimenting with to see which ones work best. And this one has to do with burns. I know there's a lot of people and almost two camps forming when it comes to burning Terra Luna Classic. One say, no, burns are stupid. Go with utility and allow utilities to burn. Another camp says, burn as much as possible. We need to reduce this supply during this downtime when the prices are low and when the coin is meme-ish, so that when it does go back up and we do get utility returning to the blockchain, we can actually have a sustainable and usable supply. So let's discuss this new proposal, and of course, if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2022 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. And look, if you're brand new to investing, you don't know how or where to buy stocks in crypto, you got a link in the description below for Webull. It is super simple to set up your account. Any deposit, you guys are getting at least 6 free stocks, up to 12 free stocks, and a $1 crypto trade is going to get you $5 in free crypto. Now, if you guys want a crypto exclusive exchange where you can buy, sell, trade, leverage, Terra Luna Classic, you've got KuCoin and Binance down there. Both of those offer rewards for the more active traders, so the more you trade, the more you're going to earn. Make sure to check them out. Be careful with centralized exchanges right now, guys. You might want to transfer it over to a cold storage wallet and so on, but nonetheless, make sure to check those out. So I want to jump into this proposal. There's a lot to it. I'm not going to read through everything on it. We'll go through the summaries, but the things you need to know. Basically suggesting raising the burn tax back from that 0.2% to 1.2%, except this one, it's not going to burn all 1.2%. You've got some allocations for some community pools and so on. And the reasoning behind this is the IBCs opening back up. There's an expected increase in volume when these inter-blockchain communications are re-enabled, and we want to take advantage of this increase in volume. If we're going to have an increase in volume regardless, we might as well burn as much as possible, and we might as well kick over as much as possible to these community pools, knowing that people will be using and trading their Terra Luna Classic on the blockchain. So this is a summary of the proposal. Both sides of the tax argument, and I agree with this, both sides of the tax argument are good, have made valid points as to why higher lower tax is more beneficial. The taxes serve to bring the community together and slowly chip away at the supply. But at the same time, a too high tax will drive away developers and many large volume traders. This proposal seeks to use an increase in tax to capitalize on periods of increased activity, whilst in the long term, ensuring developers are not put off from the chain. The proposal aims to revisit and analyze the effects of the previous and current tax burns and their efficacy, or a lack thereof. With past data in mind, we can reach certain self-evident conclusions and chart a more effective path forward. In retrospect, it is obvious that there were missed opportunities and missteps along the way. This proposal aims to rectify by both introducing an increased tax period that would take advantage of the upcoming IBC reopening event to greatly increase the amount of LUNC being burned, while also building up funds for development and community pool, and finally securing funds necessary to keep the chain running by topping off the Oracle rewards pool. Now, if you guys want more details on this, you can go ahead and read it yourself. But we're just going to look at the short-term and long-term goals here and then take a little discussion on it, because this is absolutely true. And before I get into this, if you look at the taxes that were burned on Terra Luna Classic, we can basically see that volume was not heavily affected by lowering the burn tax. So the 10 billion that has been burned by the burn tax, 10 billion Terra Luna Classic destroyed, could have, and this is all theory, right? We don't know how the future would have played out with different decisions being made, but based on past evidence, that 10 billion could have been 40 or 50 billion Terra Luna Classic based on what was happening in the past. We have seen roughly a 5 to 10x decrease in the amount of Terra Luna Classic burned because the burn tax has been lowered. Now, of course, I know and you know that there are several different factors that can go in and affect the burn tax and all of that stuff. But nonetheless, I mean, if we would have prolonged the 1.2%, that burn tax probably would have been somewhere around 40-50 billion at this point. So the proposal goals, short term, maximize the burn rate from volume returning from osmosis by increasing the on-chain burn fee to 0.96%. Okay? 0.96%, roughly 1%, is going to be burned. Now the rest, to replenish the community pool with an additional 0.24% taken from each transaction. So this is what gets you to the 1.2%. 0.24%, basically what we're doing right now, the 0.2%, is going to go to the community pool. Now to replenish the Oracle pool with 50% of the funds collected by the community pool. So basically 0.12% is going to go to the community pool, 0.12% is going to go to the Oracle pool. Now, so you're going to have massive, massive burns. Roughly 1% of every transaction will be burned. Now, long-term, to keep the long-term tax rate lower as an incentive for builders, the final rate can be agreed upon at a later stage based on how the ecosystem has changed. To have part of the tax directed towards the community pool, and to have part of the tax directed towards the Oracle rewards pool. To have part of the tax set aside for collateral for USTC, perhaps creating a new pool or even a new wallet. So what this is basically saying, this proposal here is saying in the short term, before we have the builders, which we've only got a Terra Luna Classic casino, guys. We've got a Terra Luna Classic lottery and a Terra Luna Classic casino. That is it. We don't have massive builders flocking into Terra Luna Classic right now. So this is saying, in the meantime, let's burn as much as possible. Let's take advantage of the new increased Terra Luna Classic volume from the osmosis and from the IBCs reopening back up. Let's burn the 0.96% while we can. Burn as much as possible. And then as developers flock in, they will still continue to come. And they will still continue to build knowing that the burn tax will be lower, that it's not a permanent 1.2% and that it can drop back down to 0.02%, 0.2%, who knows what the number's going to be, but it will drop down lower. So they will be encouraged to come. They will be encouraged to build. The community pools will be built up, so they will have the funds available for payment and so on. But let's take advantage of the burns while the price is low and the volume is high. What do you guys think? I mean, this is a very interesting two-part proposal here. And I know that burn taxes are a very touchy subject, so let me know your thoughts down in the comments below about whether or not we should be changing the burn tax back to 1.2%, at least for a short-term period of time to take advantage of the volume. And of course, if that button right there is still red, make sure to click it, subscribe to the channel, join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. You guys got ClayBro 883 everywhere, 6 to 12 free stocks on Webull, KuCoin and Binance, free Discord. And until the next time, hope each and every one of you have an awesome day.